From 310 pounds to freedom, the butterfly life transformation, this 46 random acts of kindness presentation here today. This here is amazing. When I share with you this young lady, we're going to speak today about somebody who's, for anybody that's out there silently suffering in their body, for somebody that's looking in the mirror and not recognizing who they see. But today, you're about to meet a woman who didn't just lose weight. She lost the shame, the blame, the chains, and found her freedom within the wings of her own self. Karen Liverman, I love her, gave me a call, and they were on three-way. It was like, Adriane, you have to meet my daughter, Pamela. I can hear the love in her voice. I can hear about her talking about her baby girl, was telling me about their story. Within minutes, I was like, please, Pamela, try to figure out a way to book with me. So it's not just about weight loss. And I was talking to Pamela a little bit behind the scenes, but it's about breaking generational pain, about soaring and surviving. Pamela went from 310 pounds to 170 pounds without surgery, without pills, without workouts, without gimmicks, but with faith, with God's design order, and with discipline, with radical self love, and a mission to help Black women to see that freedom and what is possible. You're going to get a treat here today because there's going to be some key things in this conversation that you're going to walk away with. Number one, how Pamela turned around and literally didn't make this her breaking point. She made a decision. She decided, I will not die like this. Number two, the truth about emotional eating and faith. I can't wait to hear a story in regards to triggers and trauma, toxic habits, and showing how to release those. And number three, why weight loss without workouts isn't just possible. It's power. It's sustainable. It's simple. It's spiritual. It is giving back to the lives of women and men that are going to be able to actually go through the journey, from preschool teacher to private nanny, from emotional eater to certified health coach, from pain to purpose driven powerhouse. Pamela A. Pickett, she didn't just transform her body, ladies and gentlemen. She transformed her identity. And so if you're ready to believe again, believe that weight loss is possible, ready to fight for you, the beautiful, bold you that's bringing and bridging with the butterfly within. Pamela's Butterfly Life. It's not just a brand, my friends. It's a beacon. It's a call to every woman, every man struggling who's tired of hiding behind their life lead, because the one thing about God, he'll put people in your divine passage, and it's up to you to take the action, to listen, and to make change. So let me bring Pamela Pickett on here and bring her in regards to her amazing story. What up, though, Pamela? Thank you so much for saying yes to the birthday of 46 live virtual conversations with Adriane Mayes. How are you doing this amazing
I
afternoon?
feel so honored, and my heart is so happy and grateful. Thank you so much for your platform. Thank you so much for the energy and the love that you poured into your 46 Random Acts of Kindness series. So I'm so grateful to be here. So let's go. Let's fly.
Let's go. But no, honestly, I can say 1,000 words. And I want to take a moment to applaud you for sharing your truth with women, being able to see the beautiful you. But it took steps for you to actually get here. And we're going to touch base on some of your social media, but let's talk about it in regards to your powerful story. I mean, come on, what did you learn from seeing how you can actually make transformation? I'm ready and listening, and I'm being quiet because I've been waiting for this story to hear what happened,
Yes.
how, and what, and then we'll jump in from there. You are amazing.
Oh, well, I just want to always give honor to God, because as the doors open, I'm going to continue to profess his goodness and everything that he's done for me. Honey, love doves, he can do it for you. I guarantee at my heaviest, never, have never seen 310 pounds. So just the fact that I'm here with you in this space without losing this weight, but it all starts with our minds and what we're telling ourselves. So I'm going to kind of take this back. Before my weight loss journey, in 2019, I weighed 275 pounds, which was not my heaviest, because years before that, in 2010, I weighed 310 pounds. I ended up releasing the weight through diet and nutrition, and I'm at the gym thinking, I got to work it out. I'm on that treadmill at 310 pounds. I would not, but subsequently, I started feeling cute, y'all. I was in my size 16. I was like, 199. I went to this popular weight loss facility, and we had to weigh ourselves. I saw that scale said 201 pounds. I my mindset was together. I said, do this, and I ended up going back to the foods that no longer serve. Went from 199, I got to 275 in 2019. So I gained most of the way back. But let's take it back a year before that. So in 2018, just out of respect for my ex-husband, I'm not going to get into it, but I made the decision to leave. My son and I ended up leaving this marriage. I just thought, I just didn't love myself. I'll be honest. I didn't love myself. And for years, I thought that union was the best that God had for me. But I love myself just a little bit, where I realized, wait, I do deserve a little bit better, different. So I decided to kind of start over with my son. At the time, my son was 11 in 2018. And then I went on my weight loss journey a year later. And that's how a rock bottom. And I know it sounds so cliche, but I'll be very honest and raw. In 2019, I'll never forget this day, like it was yesterday. Oh, matter of fact, Adriane, please forgive me. I got to get this picture. Hold on 1 second.
And I will, because I didn't know that a rock bottom was important until I hit mine. Oh no, that's amazing.
In 2019, I'll never forget this day. Now, mind you, I please believe you me. I was I always felt, no, not always, but I felt I had a cute face, but I was okay. I was comfortable being uncomfortable.
Right.
On this particular day, I was 275, and I had a little makeup on. What happened? The miracle was in the weight loss is my belief, which takes some people years or months to kind of to have their belief shift and change. On that evening, I saw this photo, and I knew immediately that this photo, who I've always been a big woman, I'm like, that's not who I am. I never saw myself lose 140 pounds, but I just knew in this moment, I'm like, this is not who I am. In this moment, and I know it sounds a little crazy, I had to die. This version of Pamela had to die. I didn't know what that looked like, but in that moment, I cried into a ball and started crying. I said, I've got to make some changes. I knew that two Hot Pockets with provolone cheese on both, my bag of Doritos, my Hostess donuts, and my Snickers, and my water was not serving me. I was.
Was that the lineup? Was that
that was my menu? Oh, I had my 2 Whoppers with cheese. I knew I had to break free from. Yeah, I was destroying myself. And I decided, honestly, overnight, I went to 7-Eleven to celebrate. I got 4 taquitos, my Doritos, my donuts. I was, and so a few things I still did up. Here I am, 40 years old on a cane. I had bone arthritis in my left knee. I didn't want to listen to my cousin, Dr. Jim Bridges. We were at a family reunion. I'm on a cane at 40 years old. My knee is swollen. I'm like, what should I do? He says, Pammy. My family name is, they call me Pammy. He said, 275 pounds, babe, I think you're. And it showed, my x-ray showed that I had bone arthritis in my left knee. I got a cortisone shot. He said, the thing is, you're really young. It's only going to be a matter of time. And you are active, even though you're obese. He says, it's only be a matter of time before you wear out your knee. He said, if I were you, I'll lose the weight. Right? This was my rock bottom. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. It's got to hurt bad enough.
And when it hurt you and your mindset, you hit that rock bottom. What did that feel like? What changed inside of you to say, you know what, no more? I'm going to make no more, not even trying to make a joke, but no more Snickers and Whoppers and things like that. What made you say, I can actually have different choices of food habits to make who you are right now? And walk me through.
Okay, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. We are a community. So another part about my rock bottom, this is what really destroyed me. My son at this time, 11, 12 years old, he started hiding his food from me and his snacks from me because I would eat his snacks. He would hide his food from me. So after, let's say he had leftovers, whatever, I'm eating it. I'm not proud. But let's say if, for example, let's say at the time my ex-husband, he made spaghetti with lasagna or make spaghetti with garlic bread. Let that spaghetti with garlic bread on top of the garbage. We not wasting no food. I ate out the garbage can. That's so looking at the trauma that I caused my son, I said, I'm done. So we're a community. I'm not going to say I did this on my own. I actually joined this group of women who are also on a weight loss journey. So the group where it was just, you already kind of set with the mindset right in the beginning for 30 days, just try to release the sugar, release the grains, drink your gallon of water, get your sleep, no alcohol. So I was already prepared. So I was so hungry for change. I mean, if this person told me to stand up on one head with a 4-leaf clover, jump up and down, I was hungry. I would have done it. I would have done it 3 times over. So with that being said, I did join the group, and it was like, it's like a private Facebook group. We were there too, and just to inspire and help one another along. So the first month I lost after month after month. So as a matter of fact, this month, September 23rd, it'll be 6 years since I decided for my well-being and for my spirit to release the sugar and the grains and the processed food. So, so from September of 2019, I want to say to 2021, less than 2 years, I lost the 140 pounds, and I'm just maintaining my weight loss. But
That
it
is
was
amazing. So like I was looking at your Facebook earlier too. I don't know, just helping, just what you're coaching and what you do. Let me bring that up here quickly. So you said you're helping overstressed women look and feel fantastic in 90 days in regards to pill shakes or without any food deprivation, pill shake or exercise. Was this the
no,
you were talking about?
So the group. So
okay.
After I was in this one group, a few of my family and friends started reaching out because they know I lost this naturally. They know that I didn't get surgery. They just saw me lose this weight naturally. So they reached out to me and said, "Hey, Pammy, what are you doing?" So I didn't go to school for health coaching. My background is education. I'm a preschool teacher. Release the sugar, release the grains. It was very matter of fact. It wasn't trying to deal with mindset shift, habit change, journaling, meditations. It was just do it. So they lost the weight, but they regained it back. So I'm like, how was I able to release the weight but keep it off? So I'm like, I have to go to school and learn. Like, it has to be more beyond the scale and what we're putting in our plate and our dress size. So when I realized I went to school, I went to Health Home. It's not about it wasn't about me busting out of my size 3X. It wasn't about me being a 310-pound frame at 5'2.5". It was really how I dealt with stress and my level of stress and awareness. We also so we have the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. With today's world, we have 11 jobs, we have careers, we have business, side hustles, grandchildren, great grandkids, kids, nieces, nephews. We're being pulled in so many different directions. A lot of times we self-soothe. It can be with smoking. It can be sex. It can be so many ways we deal with what is in our heart that wants to be nourished. So I want you to realize our spirit wants to be nourished. I was nourishing my spirit with with Burger King, McDonald's, pizza, Just Pizza, Snickers, Doritos, half-baked ice cream. What is in us that wants to be nourished? So a lot of times we're operating in the sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system, it's like our minds are very, even though we're technologically on Mars in another 100 years, but we still have a primitive mind where when we feel as if we're in danger, our stress level, our cortisol, which is a stress hormone, we feel as if, I'm in stress. What do I do? And we want to self-soothe with what is comfortable for us. But in order for you to make any changes, you have to get out of the sympathetic nervous system and go into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest and heal. So I realized that it's so much beyond what's going on in our minds. Right now, Adriane, you are a spiritual being having a human experience. So after being here, you're so full of love and energy. But what's going on in our minds, in our heads, that is contradicting what we really want in our health? That means somebody's watching right now, like, okay, she got it going on, that's cool. I want that for myself. But in the inside, we're saying to ourselves, can we really do it? What belief do you have? Do you think you can do it? Do you think that you are worthy of all of your dreams? It comes from a place of not feeling worthy and the belief that you can't do it. That stops us before we get stuck. We get stuck with, I was so comfortable being uncomfortable. I didn't know that I was dealing with depression. I didn't know that I was sad and I was just in this gray area. I think a lot of us are in this gray area of life.
Yeah, I understand, because like I was telling you just a couple of days ago, I finally broke. I think God tapped me on the shoulder like, "Hey, buddy, this is your birthday. You only have one of those, so enjoy." And my best friend is fun, just looked out for me, got my hair done, and making sure I have a spa day. And I was still gonna work. I still was in the mindset I didn't feel like I deserved it yet, and I have a lot of things that are going on as
Yeah.
well. But you know what God
Hey,
said, "Hey,
buddy.
buddy," like, I told you for real. Like seriously, like, "Hey, September 6th, that's our day." And so I honestly, a couple of days ago, got there. My sister passed away, and it showed that I had an angel. No, it's a good thing. It's honestly because I think God gave me the way to realize that nothing is promised. And in regards to my relationship with how my sister and I was, how anybody's relationship, it was mine and
Oh,
hers. And now God giving me an angel for my
oh,
birthday. She told me to take my butt to the spa where, like Enika said, go and get your nails done, go to dinner, go and enjoy today. And I'm not lying. Like I don't know if it was her passing that made me shake my mindset, but like you said, it's in having that dual type mentality, having that comfort,
mhm.
which used to be for me alcohol,
Mhm.
and now I am 21 months sober in regards to that. Rock bottom is a
Like,
real
woo,
reality. And so
yes.
what is so inspirational with your story, Pamela, what moment was it for you in 2019 that, like you said, you were hiding things from your son or what have you, the snacks and everything, but when you went back into your room and you had those quiet moments with God, what did you I don't care how, because the fear is the one thing that I know in everybody's
Here.
story that kind of stops
Yep.
us from things. So I guess the
Mhm.
clearer and better question for you is, how did you conquer that fear to keep going regardless of what people said, even
Mhm.
yourself in that self-talk?
Mhm.
How did you get through that?
Okay, so remember I said that we're community. I would never take full credit. I just did this on my own volition. Like I had
Right,
no
right.
help. So there's a friend of mine on Facebook, and she's like losing weight. I'm like, okay. And she was eating her bacon and her cream cheese, like in vegetables. I'm like, she looks pretty good. But she put her before and after picture. So this was back. I saw her before and after picture. She was, I think, at 310 pounds. And her after picture, she was 170 pounds.
Mhm.
So I automatically say, hey, what's going on? What are you doing?
Right.
And of course, in my mind, you know that fear. Let me tell you something about fear. Fear is very insidious,
Yes.
meaning that fear is going to be disguised as I'm not going to make this move because I got to check out with my husband. I got to
Yeah.
check out with my wife. My finances is always, and it sounds logical. That's why
Yes.
fear is very, it's not going to say, like, it's not going to look like a Freddy Krueger mask. Fear is going to be very
Mhm.
logical, where it's going to keep you safe. Now, mind you, our brain, remember I said we're very primitive. Our brain is
Yeah.
designed to keep us safe. So anything out of the norm, even when it's good for us, it's going to say, don't
Right,
do it, don't do
right.
it, stay here. It's comfortable. Right? Until I wasn't.
Mm,
So that night,
right,
after thinking about,
right.
my friend on Facebook, about her post, how I was thinking about making the change, it didn't click for me all the way. When I saw this photo of me in this blue jean outfit, and then
Mm,
when I went home that night and had that disbelief in who I really was and what everything that God had for me,
yes.
it was like I saw, y'all, I didn't see my future. I didn't see
Mm,
myself being here with you, Adriane. I didn't see myself with Pamela's butterfly life. I just knew that I wanted to get off the cane.
right.
What can I do to stop the pain in my left knee?
Mm,
And I knew it came from me having to just knowing just a little bit that I deserved to feel a little bit different in my body. Not where I lost 140 pounds, but maybe if I relieved 2 pounds,
yes.
how would I do if I relieved 3 pounds? It was I knew I needed to rescue myself.
And
I,
that's so beautiful because it's you versus you. When you really realize that transformation with you and God, He's sending angels. Like even our conversation today, He sends angels in your path. And how do you listen? How do you receive that information? And how do you grow for that? So I want to talk about the brand Pamela's Butterfly Life. Like in regards to that, what's the story behind the name? And because I can actually make an assumption, but I want to hear from you in regards to how that
uh,
branding of Pamela's Butterfly Life came to come to fruition.
I just thank God. I'm just looking at your beautiful face, and I'm just honored. You are Adriane Mayes, Lori. So after I
Thank
released,
you.
so 2019, 2020, I would just leave Facebook posts about just random things in life, and I always ended my butterfly life, my butterfly life, my butterfly life. I said, wait, I went on this transformation. I'm like, oh, I'm the butterfly. So I started with Pamela's Butterfly Life. Didn't have a business. I just started with Pamela's Butterfly Life, and then from after I became a health coach, I got with the lovely Mrs. Rosa, and she designed my website, and then that was my first website, and then from there, it took me 2 years. I poured my heart into anyway, 2 courses. So that's how it became, where I was literally a caterpillar all these years. My thing is, I'll take it back. I was always the heavy girl. There wasn't many heavy children at 20. So here I am all these years from birth. I was always heavy. And then my mom and dad are phenomenal parents. So we weren't able, I'm telling you, Adriane, we didn't eat fast food. We weren't allowed candy. How was I chunky? I had to go to therapy. I realized that I used to sneak food as a little girl. I was sneaking food, even though my parents, I was well taken care of, but what was inside of me, even at 6, 7 years old, where I was sneaking food. And then as my family expanded, my journey where my siblings, we expanded our family, I was able to sneak food a little sneakier. Right. So I became very, very, so I would sneak food. And that's when 15, 16, I would eat at school. I had different fast food places, but it was what I dealt with my addiction. It was rooted in a lot of shame and guilt. I knew I was destroying my body, but I'm really grateful that at the time when my son was growing up, I didn't allow him fast food. Now here I am going to 3 fast food restaurants today. He didn't eat fast food. My ex-husband, he would cook food by myself, and I would hide the evidence and then go home and eat some more.
That's like somebody used to call me a closet eater because, just haters hated the size that I was my whole life. Like in regards to just that emotional trauma that you dealt with, just because I used to sneak alcohol. When I was listening to you, we'll talk about the, going into the garbage can, and I would be the one that would clean up because I'm always cleaning. That's what Virgos do. We clean. But I would be the one after the party, and I hate to say it, would take the shots and food.
Yeah,
that's like blasphemy. That's blasphemy. You can't waste alcohol that we purchased. What are we doing? And so I would drink it. And so now I listen to the crazy things that I used to do. And in this journey, I'm just the baby in it, and just having the 21 months. How do you actually talk to saying yes to change? Because it sounds crazy saying it now, but we did it, right? We did these things.
We did it.
I mean, I'm the crazy person that took 30 shots for my 30th birthday.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Well,
who does that?
That's
fun. Like, so same thing for you with food, because that was your addiction. Like, what I'm saying? You, like you said, going and hiding. How did you literally transform to realize, hey, I'm going to, or more so, like someone that does not have that strength to do so? How do you get someone to transform to say that's not the way we should be doing things?
I am not perfect, so I have to do a lot in order to stay in this body. So I meal prep, but it goes way beyond like nutrition. But my home, like you wouldn't tell someone, like for example, I know with you being in your home. So I have to keep my home free of the sugar, processed food, ice cream. I have an 18-year-old son. So I have to take guidelines. Matter of fact, even right now, he has a lock on his door that I've got to get fixed because he'll keep his snacks. I can't have anything in my kitchen. I'm a proximity eater. If it's in my kitchen, go back and forth. If he has a bag of Doritos, I'm only so strong. I can't in my home, right? This book I got from FA, it's called Food Addiction Anonymous, and I understand I've been a part of it in a few years. But this book, there's different stories that. So if I ever feel weak, I journal. What I'm craving? What wants to be honored? So I have to breathe. I do breathing exercises. So I teach all of this in my course, but it wasn't as simple enough for me to just get somebody, all right, y'all, drink a gallon of water, journal. Get rid of it. It's not that easy. So that's why I realized, for me, I think I was so hungry, I just did it, and I just stuck with it. That's not going to be everybody's journey. That's why I have my Total Mind Body Transformation Rejuvenation 30-day course, where we're not even talking about nutrition. Don't worry about the nutrition. Just show up. Just show up
every day for yourself. And so in regards to that 30-day transformation, what does that look like if they get coaching from you? Is that where they can go to the website to actually moved forward with?
Thank you for that question. So I have the Total Mind Body Transformation Rejuvenation 30-day course, and it's so yummy delicious. I spent 2 years on this course. It's an online self-paced course, so it's on my website. Once you go to course, if you scroll down, it'll go to or course, and then you scroll down, it goes view details. But once, put it like this, and the way I did did the pricing, I thought about it because when I was very thoughtful in my pricing, I'm like, wait a second, how much money did I spend on fast food? Now I'll get into it, but I was impoverished. I was really poor years ago. I was on the bus. We didn't have a car. I took 2 buses to get my son to preschool. But guess what I had money for? You always have money for what's important.
That's right.
For you or for you. I always have my fast food. So the money that you would typically spend on your month, I guarantee fast food a month. So the money that you typically spend on your nails or pampering this, and there's nothing wrong with obviously us wearing makeup and nails and putting on a pretty dress. But what about what are we covering up when we are chronically not even just overweight or obese, but what illnesses are we dealing with behind the nail, having beautiful dresses? But guess what? If I was and I thought about that, if I did, by the grace of God, if I did not go on my weight loss journey in 2019, y'all, going into the vid, going to COVID 2020, where would I be? Go at 275, going into 2020. I'm no different than I watched my 600-pound life. I'm looking at the food today. I eat that too. If I didn't make those changes, going out of leaving COVID, I would have been easily 150 pounds heavier. So maybe 450 pounds if I had to.
Right.
I'm no different. I'm no better.
But like those women or men that are struggling with the binge eating and struggling to actually make change, what do you say to them to get out, get from outside of the closet seriously and, take action for themselves? Because, I mean, like you said, your son was transformative for you, the community and the group around you. But those people that transformation looks like,
right now,
what do you say to those that just give them that small step to be able to make transformational change?
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Yes.
We like real quick. They say, I think even in Christianity or different religions, they say, okay, yeah, we're children of God. Do you know what that means? Saying that you are a child of God?
Yes.
We are spiritual beings having human experience. Do you think that this is the best that God has for you? Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. I didn't start living so limitless. Anything that comes to my mind, baby, I do it. And it didn't start until after I'm like, wait a second. Okay, I deserve maybe a little different in the marriage that I want. So I'm rotation dating for marriage and the experiences that I'm having with dating. And I know I'm going to be married shortly. But with that being, thank you. I mean, it's already done. It's not here yet. It's already here.
Yes.
I'm just saying it. I feel it. But no, seriously. So by me having a belief, it's on that belief. What do you believe is to be true? I challenge you. What do you believe to be true for yourself? That a little belief that I deserve better, a little better in my marriage, a little belief that I want to lose 5 pounds. And then now on the other side, when I tell you, it's gotta hurt bad enough. If after leaving this conversation, maybe it's not your time, honey. I'm praying for you. My heart is open. My heart is here. I'm for those who are ready. It's gotta hurt bad enough. Whatever that looks like to you. Maybe you can't get out the bed. God hurt bad enough. You got to save yourself. I have to save myself before I can be here of service, to you and for you. Now I know my purpose. I know my journey. You're my why, and I'm here.
I know that's right. It's so beautiful. But one thing I can honestly say in regards to, we grew up in a mindset, and you're a 79 baby too, so we grew up in a mindset of, you're going to have the home, you have to do this, get the degree, then you get the 2 dogs, the fence, the children or what have you. Things don't happen like that in life. And when you really realizing, and this is one key thing that you just said that really stood out for me, is that one day at a time thing. Like that time is always the battle that you think that you're not where you're supposed to be, but God has you exactly where you're supposed to be right now. How did you love yourself? 310 pounds, and now whatever you weigh now with 145 pounds, something like that, right? So how did you love yourself? God created through it all. Like what tips did you use for your mindset? I know it's not just about mindset. Could you have
always not. And okay, so like I didn't on my journey, it was very I was that's how I knew I had to create a course and go to school, because I knew that maybe some people, they're so hungry to think, what am I thinking up here? What thoughts constantly played in my mind that, and it goes back to you're pretty probably familiar with this, limited beliefs. One limited belief that I had, or things that were told to us as children through our community, through school, that we took on as being the truth. One limited belief that I had was I'm always fat. That's just all it'll always be. That was one limited belief that I had. Battling those fears with the thinking that you're going to get a divorce. So I never really, in my mind, I didn't plan on leaving. It wasn't like it's a lot going on, but what things are you telling yourself that's not true, that you think is true? So it starts by even just being aware of what things are going on, just kind of just breathe in, breathe out, just awareness. Look around your environment. What is going on that is either going to make you feel better or feel worse? Small steps, just breathing. Are you breathing in a stressful state? If you're breathing in a stressful state, you're taking shallow breaths. You're with certain outside things, when everything that you already have is already in here. God already gave it to you. So just breathe. Just breathe. Breathe in. Take a few deep breaths to get out that stressful state. I'll give you an example. Are you ready? Adriane, I'm leaving. I'm not going to get into it, but I'm leaving service today. And I'm going down the road, and I have the right of way. A car to the right, it tries to get in front of me. I stepped on my brake. Of course, I knew the cortisol was going off, and I stepped on the brakes like, oh. But a lot of times in that stressful area, and I'm not an angel. There were times where I'm flipping somebody the bird, I'm cussing somebody else. Right. But guess what? Even though he was obviously in the wrong, I'm at such peace and such love. I just stopped. I didn't feel the need to put up a finger. I was still at peace, like, okay, well, thank you, God, I'm here. But I'm not gonna lie, I did pull up the side of him. You gave that look. You know how we give that. Who are you when you're by yourself? What are you saying to yourself? And then, if you're brave enough, write down a few things that you're saying. I'm gonna give you a little. I call it inner work. It's not homework, but this is all in my course. But I'm gonna give you something. The first day of my course, y'all, is called the why underneath the why. So let's say if this resonates with you and you want to put yourself first. Oh, Adriane, let's talk about putting ourselves first. Now, here you are, you beautiful, amazing woman. You have done so much in your life in expanding we're going to work on your birthday. And I know that I'm not the only one who pours. I continuously pour from an empty cup. I gave to my child, my ex-husband, my family, and I had nothing to give to myself. I was constantly stressed and tired. I was that friend you call 3 a.m. Oh, baby, I'm there, but I wasn't there for myself. Everything that you have for everybody, you give it to yourself. That's why my tagline is always put yourself first. Not in the absence of God, but always put yourself first. What does that look like to you for today?
Yeah. You have to do that, though. And I didn't realize that you were supposed to live like that. That's what got me into this turmoil of where I am now. If anybody gets upset because you're working on yourself, you need to pause and check on that relationship, because I'm trying to be, if I'm the best version of me, just think about if I'm doing the work right now, because I put up boundaries. I've shut out a lot of different things because that's important. But about it, if I'm the best version of myself when I come back out, right now I'm just like at 65%. But when I keep doing the work that I'm doing, whatever God has designed for me, if you don't have people in your corner that are applauding you on, you need to pause and think about that. Because again, those people, are they doing the work on you? And what was that relationship really about? So I too feel like, my mom, now she was amazing. I love her. She was awesome. But the people pleasing, the not loving me through it all, the, putting in addictions and substances to fill in those spaces of feeling the emotion, crying a good tear, and keep going, because God's got you regardless. It was just for a story too yesterday. It was so frustrating. I had such a day yesterday, and it started from allowing people to tell me how to grieve. And so I was so, it got me because I'm different, right? I know I'm different. It's just how God made it. I don't have to go run into a corner. I'm literally doing it, smiling or what have you. And so someone shared with me that the way that I grieve, I need to go get mental morning off, which kept matriculating. I had a good cry. I was like, right? Yeah. And then I kept going, and then I was silent. I was getting my hair braided yesterday. My niece did an amazing job. And so I was just like, I had plans to do work. I couldn't even work then because my mind was like, what the heck? But then I came out and I felt like you said, a butterfly. I literally, I texted Nika with my best friend yesterday and just like, I feel beautiful to get into your mindset. So I know that you went through people like the naysayers, the people talking stuff. When I saw the pictures, Pamela, I was like, wow, because I know that you went through some trauma. How did you literally just some tips? Because I even love what you were saying about the, your why type thing.
Oh, the
Why
why
you
is
said
the
why
why.
why
Yes,
type thing? Why
okay.
under the why? I used to look at myself in the mirror for 5 minutes, just look in my eyes and not do anything, just tell myself I'm beautiful because I had to get
Y'all
through
are
all the
pain.
pain and things that you do, that you have in your coaching as well. When you're looking at these women that need that suffering, how important is therapy in your whole
Ooh.
like
Okay. So,
you know?
okay, I want to. Oh, thank you so much for this. Oh gosh, you're so thoughtful and about the people pleasing
Yes.
and pouring from an empty cup, right?
Yes.
When I tell you, and I think a lot of us, and I was so hungry for change. I didn't see how hard it was going to be for me to, because in my mind, I want to pull everybody with me.
Me too.
So here I am during this weight loss journey. I'm trying to take everybody with me. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing. You want to join? I realized that everyone, like, it's people. People had their opinions on how I was losing weight. And I had this one family member, girl, like, wait a second. Nobody cared for me when I was eating my pizzas in my chest. But everybody got a few words to say. But I put like this: when I tell you, and you have got to be, I know it sounds, please, it's not morbid, it's the truth. Remember, Adriane, you said, and I applaud you. You said you're not the same Adriane from 2 years ago.
Killed her off.
You're
She's dead.
supposed
Like the old Adriane is dead. She is. That's morbid, as blunt as you want to get. Like
grow. You're not supposed to be the same. So you have got to be okay and willing to release this current version of you that you're so used to. But if it's not serving you, if it's causing you pure bliss and just energy and to create and to be at peace and to continue to grow in love and to expand, you know why? Because your body's in pain. A lot of times we can't dream past our pain. Once you give yourself permission to say, I am enough, I deserve, I believe, baby fly. It is your birthright. It's your birthright. Hello.
It is. It really is.
Of God, how are you living? How are you living, loved up? This is no judgment. This is a rhetorical question, baby. How are you living? How do you feel? I was in this dark area of life. That's why I said, God, you gave me the second chance. I'm gonna fly. Every opportunity I'm going to share my journey.
Yes, because God, I mean, thank you for being so vulnerable because I feel truly the same way. You're gonna make me get emotional. Stop it. He is the leader, and he gives us the steps. And one thing I can say, I listen to this Kurt Franklin thing when I get into the mindset. Anything is possible, and I listen and try love. God loves us through it all, and I see you, Pamela, because I love your spirit. I love the transformation. I love what you're doing with other people. And I love that, you're being vulnerable to know that you did not do this alone. And that's the hardest part in regards to things. We think that we have to do what's on a piece of paper and to sustain all these different people and things that we say, because guess what's constant change, but you have to put forth the action to do so. And I have to applaud you for all the different changes you've done in your life, because you are beautiful. I love that the butterfly effect, that's literally the branding that kind of became of this, because the transformation is in front of me. And that part is how it gives them maybe a little bit more strength on the way to their why. How important is it for you to be here and sharing your authentic story? Like, we've never really had a conversation longer than this 39. This is our first time connecting, seriously. And I feel so connected, like I've known you my whole life. And like, but how important is it to have these authentic conversations, to peel back the layers, to let people in a little bit, to help somebody else? How important is it for you to share today?
This is what we're here. We are here to, it's like things, when we go through trauma, trauma and stress. In the moment, it doesn't feel as if, okay, well, God's going to use this so I can be of service. We just want to get out of it.
Right.
But once we here, y'all, I'll say this again. I guarantee most of you that are watching, y'all weren't 300. Y'all not 310 pounds. Maybe there's a few outliers. Overall, you weren't as heavy as me.
No.
Okay, I'll say this, Adriane.
And you are beautiful, man. I say you are beautiful then, and you're beautiful now, but you're healthy. And now
that's the thank you, Adriane. That's why I want you to understand. Okay, I look you in the dress, but it's how I feel. Okay, there's so much I want to talk about, but I'm going to say this.
Yes.
My parents are both educators, and they are just my dad, Dr. Livery, they're just phenomenal educators and teachers. When I tell you, you've got to be brave enough to do things that are not normal, right?
Yes.
Putting yourself first, that's probably not normal, right? Okay, so when I was teaching, and I love children, I wasn't happy in the classroom. And I felt as if I was checking my soul out the door. You shouldn't do anything for 8 or 10 hours if you're not full of bliss too. In November, I knew there was going to come a time where I was going to either quit or get fired. Okay, are you ready for this? I know it sounds kind of crazy. So with the Head Start company that I was with, if a teacher were to quit or get fired, we got an email. We got an email that states this person, Jane Doe, is no longer on the so-and-so premises, and the picture will come up. I actually sat there and I meditated. I cannot wait until the day my picture comes up where I'm no longer teaching at this particular arena. I knew that my heart was for health coaching. Guess what happened? I got fired. And when I tell you, y'all, it's scary. It's very scary kind of going to the unknown. Remember, Adriane, you talked about going to the unknown, facing those fears. It's not it's not comfortable. Right now, putting you first, you probably put yourself last for 30, 40 years. It's not comfortable. Are you ready?
About 45, about 45-ish. And I'm turning 46.
41 years.
Yes.
It's not
right.
So for me, I got fired. Let me tell you, I was scared. And in that fear, guess what I felt mostly? Relief. Because I had the space now to go. I'm going to be the health coach. Adriane, I went to facility. I went to fitness center after now. Go back to the classroom. I'm going to share this with you, how you have to kind of move in silence.
Yes.
This one center, Adriane, was ideal. It was our facility. It was lovely. The HR was working 16 hours. He says, okay, what do you want to do? We had one conversation for an hour. Because I wanted to, in terms of people pleasing, I was so afraid, and I needed my parent validation. Yeah. I told my parents, told them I got this job because I knew I wasn't going to go back to teaching in the traditional sense. So after that, I had this piece about it. My daddy called me, Pammy, what's going on with that job? My mama calling me, my uncle. So they're in my ear. And I felt like I took them off the salary. I have 3 interviews, Adriane, with HR. What? Never got the job. I still don't watch to this day why I never got the job. From that point on, I had to trust what God has for me. Even though my parents couldn't see it, it's not meant for everybody to see, baby. It's not meant for everybody. But what God has for me, I had to trust him. So I'm a health coach. I'm here to be of service to you. The 17th center, I just kept getting no after no after no. That taught me resilience. Yes. Keep on going. What God has for you, you just keep going. Just keep going. That door's going to close. It's going to close probably 1,000 times. Just don't give up. Adriane, the 17th job, the 17th health facility hired me. I started working at Lifetime, the one in Novi. So I'm in the Detroit, Michigan area. They hired me.
But that's amazing, seriously, because it takes it was so funny with our photo booth company. But like my business partner says, it'll take 100 no's to get that one yes, right? I can't stand that line, but it's so true. Like, and it's you like I was doing this. Jason Fladian has this AI webinar course, and I invested in the training or whatever. So he says that you have to have for your high ticket offer, you have to have 26 times that people actually see your opportunity before they even consider to actually buy. So my silly self was like, okay, so I'm turning 40. So if I let people see live virtual conversations with other people 46, I'm cutting into that 26 time that that people need to see you. And then that way, so when I get, so my next step next week, when I start doing my webinars, everybody will see me more than 26 times. Now, is that math going to math out right? I don't know. But you know what? I'm trying to look, I'm an engineer.
Yes.
I can't, I'm trying to matriculate and,
It's
God's
already
already
done.
got it. He's laughing at me in the midst of it. But I had an idea behind this whole
Oh,
46
I
random
love
acts
that.
of kindness. People was like, that's another time. But I was like, well, shoot, if people got to see me 26 times for my offer, over half there. So
You
see,
already, hey,
right.
I'm celebrating you, Adriane. You got this.
So just like this,
I love
right?
how your mind works.
You
That math
know
is
what I mean?
mathing.
So I've already done my 26 times. So now when people see me, they're already identified that who I am and what I actually
Yes.
represent. And I
Hello.
know that the know, like, and trust factor, that takes time. So
Yeah.
I just utilize the last, I thought about that too. I can't lie to you. It's it's the engineer. Crazy, I know.
You got the team.
So but when you finally got to that yes, because I was like, because I'm on the billionaire journey,
No,
and the people that are
excuse me,
saying
I'm
yes
sorry.
to me
Say that
now,
one more time. Say that one more time.
I'm on a billionaire
One more
journey.
time.
I'm on it. God has me on a billionaire
A little
journey.
louder.
Yes, it's called a
Love
billionaire
it.
journey that I'm
I love
on.
it.
And so with the journey, I believe I'm on day 481 of the billionaire
Yes.
journey. And it's not an overnight process, and I know that. But what God has shown me is showing up and being honest and open with the reason of my why. It's not because of the money, because I'm gonna do that part
Yes.
too now. Don't get me wrong, I am gonna do all the fun stuff. However, my whole purpose of the billionaire journey is to show people what's possible, to share their authentic story, as well as to be within the 1% of what you can be, and a good person at the do the work. My business partner and I keep saying it, like,
Mhm.
got to do a business plan. You got to be able to have structure. Because it's not going to be that old Adriane just giving. You see
Oh,
where that gets you.
exactly. Hello.
So, yes. So that's those people that say yes when, and being just vulnerable
Mhm.
and open to just the process.
Mhm.
That's like God has this already designed. I want those true people. It's like I'm single with no children, so it's like dating a man. And because like now I'm dating God. Like
Yes.
me and him are in a relationship.
Yes.
That's the real talk. But the guy can't even think about it at this point because I'm too far gone, right? But that's yet. Did you get to the billions yet? Like I have a friend that actually texts me and he'll ask, did your AI thing take off yet? You don't even need to text me, sir. Like, but I appreciate you reaching out, but it's no reason because those people that are with you within the trenches, the days the tears, the
Yes.
frustration, because when those struggles happen, those are the ones that you really know who's there for you.
Mhm.
And I have to applaud you because you mentioned Dr. Liverman and Karen Liverman because your mom and dad are amazing individuals. What do you think, like having that family, even your uncle, you mentioned Dr. Jim Bridges as well. What do those people actually play into this where you are now, this whole beautiful, person that you are now that I see in your journey?
Okay, so let's take it back to remember you said what I'm gonna take it back. Remember you said what kept my going or what kept me going
Yes.
when it got hard. My
Hmm.
original whys. I had to write down my whys. You have to have whys strong enough to make you cry. This is the first day
Yes.
I'm actually took. So if you were to join my course, this is the first day that we go over. So
Hmm.
why did the why? I was sick and tired of letting food control my life. I
Mm,
I want to be around to raise my son. I want to be
mm,
around to raise my aging parents.
mm,
I was uncomfortable. I just wanted to love myself. By the time y'all Viola
mm.
Davis tears crying, I mean snatching
Right,
it up.
right,
I mean,
right.
so you have to have whys strong enough to make you cry. Matter of fact, they're on my refrigerator, and I update them every year because it changes. Your whys changes. But
Yeah. Hmm.
when I talk about so let's go back in terms of I told my mom and dad. So when I ended up working in Lifetime, y'all, this is where the journey is not easy, but you have to have trust that what God has for you, it may not people may not see it. I was working
Right.
at Lifetime Fitness. Are you ready for this? 12
Hmm.
hours of my I have a son. I have grown woman bills. I have a six at the time my son was 16.
Right.
Things, car notes, things, I still got those bills. Bills
They
they're
don't
making
stop.
money on me.
No.
They don't care. So
Right.
I was making $15 an hour. I'll be honest, $15 an hour,
Mm.
12 hours a week.
Oh, wow.
God told me to keep that job. I kept Lifetime, but I ended up going to another facility, a health coaching facility to make up the difference. I had to let that go, but I still kept Lifetime. I didn't understand
Mhm.
that. So my parents were looking at me with such disappointment. Like they never said it because they're just kind people, but I could see the disappointment in their eyes. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Why are you not going back to the classroom? My son looking at me like with two heads, like, mommy, it does look very selfish when you go through it. When
Yeah.
you and I was quiet about it. So long story short, I after I ran my mouth and told my parents, and when I didn't get their validation, because I just think they were scared. Remember, a lot of
Mm.
times our family, they love us, they want to protect us.
Yes.
When I didn't get the job and they saw that I wasn't going to go back to teach, like teaching in the classroom, they were just disappointed. They didn't know what was going on. Do y'all know I had to shut my mouth and trust God,
Mm.
Adriane, for 3 months? So what happened was I ended up when God, I have a lot of energy. You know, I don't really take naps. So I had this
Right.
when God speaks to me, I get like sleepy. So when I woke up, he says, your gifts will make room for you. I didn't get that
Mm.
because I'm focused on health coaching. I
Yes.
meditated on that for a couple of weeks. And then I got sleepy again, took a nap, and he said, and I knew what I was going to do. When everything shut down, y'all, in 2020, I thought about being a nanny. I thought about
Mm.
taking my son Jamie out the country and go to Luxembourg. I thought about teaching ESL. I thought about just being a nanny. I didn't have the
Right.
courage to do it then. So right there,
Mm.
I'm like, oh God, I know what you got. I'm gonna be a nanny, a private nanny teacher. So for 3 months, I was quiet and trusted God. Mind you, the whole process, it was heavy vetting, background check. It was a Zoom meeting,
Yeah.
a phone
Mhm.
conversation, background check.
Mhm.
All these families I had to redo. Matter of fact, Miss Rosa redo. Only Miss Rosa knew because she's the only person I told. I had to redo my whole cover letter resume because my cover letter resume reflects me as a teacher and a health coach. With
Mm.
the nanny, it was heavy vetting. The parents, I mean, we only worked through the agency. I only had
Mhm.
to have, they only wanted your first name and the first letter of your last name because they didn't want families to look you up so they can try to judge you on social media. Miss
Right.
Rose did my cover letter resume. Long story short, it took 3 months. 3 months
Mm.
of vetting. Right now I work and I'm so grateful. So I'm a private teacher for a family. Let me tell you the freedom that I have. I make more money now
Mhm.
than I worked when I was a full-time teacher. And I only worked 24 hours. Like, for example, I worked on my last day of work was, let's say, Tuesday. I have
Mhm.
Wednesday through Sunday off.
Oh, that's amazing.
All these, I have time to create. So my
Right.
trust God and trust that process. When my parents looked at me,
Yes.
they saw the contract. So I'm Sunday morning, I'm at their house,
Mhm.
Early April, crying, showed them the contract. They looked at it
Oh,
like, oh wow. They said,
that's
okay, Tammy,
amazing. Yeah.
I have time to be here for my family, to go to
Mm.
appointments for my mom, her doctor's appointments, go to my dad's doctor's appointments. I have time for my nieces. I have time to create. I have time for Pamela's Butterfly Life. So my point is, y'all, it's grimy and it's hard, but you are worth it. You are
You
worthy of
are
your
worth
dream.
it.
If
Yes.
right once it's in here,
Mm.
God didn't give you these dreams for them to just stay in your mind.
That's right.
He gave them to you
That's
because
right.
it's possible and it can actually happen. What,
Yes, I
what
love it. So tell me, Pamela, what's one truth that you want every woman watching this to walk away with, especially those battling shame or weight gain or emotional overwhelm or even just some type of addiction? What's one message that you want them to walk away with from watching this actual conversation today?
You are limitless. That's my tag. You are
Mm,
limitless. But guess what? In
yes.
order for you to feel this limitless or feel in
Mm,
this state of like I have no limits, and I really feel like
yes.
anything that I do that comes to my mind, I do it. It might be a little clumsy, it might not be perfect, but honey, I do it. So my point is,
Right.
in order for you to be in this space, you have to put yourself
Mm,
first. What does that look like to you? Joining
yes.
my total mind body transformation rejuvenation 30-day course, which I take really it's a mini deep dive into facilitating permanent habit change, behavior change, and mindset shift. That's why I work within my course. Because everybody, I'm
Hmm.
not giving you an eat this, not that list. You know what to eat. Y'all know what to
Right.
do. But are you doing
Right.
it? And it's okay if you're not. That's why I'm here. There's a private, and once they join the course, there's a private Facebook group. So let's say if 5 people join the course, they'll be
Hmm.
automatically there's a welcome letter. They'll automatically be in my private Facebook group where I'm here. There's weekly Q&As. I'm here every day. I'll be on just to support, just to add that extra support because we are here to for community. So I'm really grateful just to be in this space so I can be of service to my community. And I like what you said, Adrian. You said you're on your billionaire journey because guess what? I think
Yes.
there's so many different limited beliefs even around money in
Yeah.
the black community. Oh, money's the root of all evil. Money don't grow off trees. We are inundated with so many negatives about money. Let me tell you something. If you're a horrible person without money, you be a horrible person with money. If you're a good
That's it.
person without money, guess what? You be a good person with money. Money is just
That's
the
right.
energy, it's the tool for us to be of service and to give more,
That's it.
and to be more
That's
impactful.
it.
Now, like you
That's
said,
it.
you're gonna go. I might be in the Maldives. I might be
I
in Dubai.
might be in the
I might.
Maldives now.
I wouldn't go in Africa, but it's really just for us to give back and be of service in a monumental way.
That's it. That's it.
Our
So
talent.
so how does Pamela's butterfly life create like a ripple effect, not just in weight loss, but in mindset, in emotions, getting over trauma, taking action, and how does that ripple effect for those wanting choosing that mind, body, and spirit
Yeah.
wholeness? How
Yes.
does that work out? How does that work for you?
Okay, so for me in my life, so I do. I tell you, there's so, and I love the question that you asked towards the end. There is so much that goes on. So I have a really, and it started with COVID. After shutdown, I I guess I'm kind of borrowing from that your Virgo mindset. I like checklists. I like get up in the morning. I get up in the morning, and I give honor to God. So I pray and meditate. I get to my body. I do my yoga and Pilates, and then from there, I fuel my body. I drink my water, but I have a whole routine. And then I have my day structured of what do I have to do for today in this moment. And I have my days pretty much structured, and I know what I'm doing. So I work off of 3 calendars, but it wasn't overnight. So y'all please don't think I have my business calendar, my work calendar with my 3 kiddos. Because I love my kiddos, and then I have my my finances all together. So my point is, I have a structure, but it starts off really with what can you do in this moment. And I think we all have trauma, and I think a lot of times we let the trauma of the past. That's what I'm saying. We use therapy. I don't know.
Right, that's what you were going to touch on. Therapy. How did that play a part in your story?
We're getting better as in the Black community with therapy, but honey, there's so much that we have been through, and I think therapy is helpful, but we don't want you to get caught up in constantly dwelling on that past, because guess what, the journey and the process is for you to evolve into this other Pamela, to this other Adriane, or whatever your name is. You want to evolve and grow, not trust. So the point is, wherever you are, if you feel stuck, something happened, traumatic happened to you 5 years ago, 10 years ago, something happened to you 3 years old, I pray that you find the therapist, because there's so many layers that holds us back, which kind of gives us, because the thing is, what's going on in your mind, your thoughts produces your behavior. Behavior produces, it's like a loop. And then it will lead you to either take an action or not take action. So I pray that for me, I had to go to therapy. I realized, I used to eat a sneak food when I was 6. This is before we expanded my family. So why was I eating 2 cheese breads with butter on it? What was going on with me where I would sneak food? So I had to really address that. So I had a awesome therapist, and I still see y'all, and it's okay. Because guess what? Therapist needs a therapist. It's okay. And right? It's not because you're weak, it's because you're strong. And you know that we have to have help, and to journal. I journal, I write out things, I do. There's a lot that I do on my end to keep me aware and connected to God's plan and what we do in this. So I do it without silence. So the point is, there's a lot that I do in order to go forward and to be of service in my community. But it really starts with putting yourself first. What does that look like to you?
Yes. And how important, like this story that you're sharing, and being able to let people know that you are human, that you have failures. How important is it to be authentic in your story? Like honest, showing up through it all. How important is that part as well?
It's very important, because like I said, I told y'all, it's not like I'm in this body because I never had a slice of lemon cake. Okay, prime example. I told you my son, I got to get his
lemon cake.
Lemon cake. I'm such a foodie. Lemon dress. The point is, my son, he not even 2 weeks ago. I'm not perfect. 2 weeks ago. There's this book. It's called the Food Addiction Anonymous book. So I read stories from here. But anyway, he was at work. So he's at work. And I'm just, now here it is, y'all. I've been fine. I've been really on my nutrition, but sometimes your judgment kind of wanes. So I go in this room, he had graham crackers, some marshmallows, and Hershey's, like to make s'mores.
Right.
And see, this is how I know that I'm not, this is what I deal with. I'm not saying it's you, but this is my journey. I'll just have one square of the graham cracker, not even the whole rectangle, just one square of the graham cracker. I had that little one square. Y'all, I had like 5 graham crackers, 5 full ones. There's no moderation with me. So I'm like, okay, I really stop myself. Okay, Pamela, show myself grace, because I never, so I do stumble. I just check myself, like, okay, what's going on with me? Of course, the stress was probably, I had to sit there and journal. Okay, why did I eat? It's not about the graham crackers. Why did I just eat 5 of my son's graham crackers? And then I'm like, what am I upset about? I had to write it down. What's going on in my life right now? The reason why I'm upset. I'm upset. It could be a family situation. It could be something that's going on with work. So there's certain things that we end up self-soothing. For me, it was with food. So just be aware of why you self-soothe. What do you self-soothe? Why do you self-soothe?
And that's the key thing too, though, because when you figure out what your why is, and I think you mentioned it a couple of times, but if you had to pinpoint your why, what is your why that inspires you to keep going, to be the best version, to maintain your weight loss? What's that why that
you and you.
Yes.
Black women. How about this? Black women. Are you ready for this? 82% of Black women are overweight or obese. Y'all, it's not really about the necessarily being the overweight, but it's the, I guarantee, I think it's the medical problems that we can have because of our weight.
Right.
82% compared to,
Yes.
I've had the statistics, compared to 63% of white women, compared to 77% of Hispanic women.
Mm.
Are you ready for this? I'll go to the store, any given store, Adrian, at 275, 310 pounds. I was typically three of the most heaviest women in the entire store. Now, there
Mm.
could have been a woman that was maybe 450, maybe on a scooter, but I was always the three heaviest women in any space, in any
Right.
room. Now,
Hmm.
when I go into a Target or Walmart, wherever I'm going shopping, I'm typically three of the smallest. Do you know how trippy that is still for me?
Yeah,
To
I
go from
bet.
a 3X to I'm trying to maintain a 4. It's
Yes,
trippy, but I stay here because
I
of you,
get
my
it.
why. Because how about this? Before when I lost the weight, I was just trying to, I want to lose this weight. And now you're my why. That's why
Yes.
that you're my why. That's why I'm standing in this. That's why I work so hard and I do everything that I have to do. Drink my water, do things that I know to fuel my body, to work on my mental health, to take breaks, go for walks in nature. Let me tell you what you can do just for today. Just
Hmm.
breathe. Focus
Yes.
on your breath. Just breathe. Are you in stress? Look around. What
Mm.
is it? Go for a walk in nature. Out
Yes.
on your porch. Get some fresh air.
Yes.
Get some fresh
Yes.
air.
It's so crazy. One thing that stood out for me, like that I don't even think about anymore. I used to have a severe case of eczema, like in my face, on my body. That's
Really?
one of the reasons that I'm actually was single with no kids because my confidence was low. I didn't want anybody touching me. Like, and when I tell you, if all I knew is I had to stop drinking and that it would go over, like God would take it from me, like and get rid of some of the stress
Wow.
and put boundaries up. Like I have
Whoa.
no like and so I was talking to my cousin during one of these live conversations the other day, and so she was saying that, hey, you'll understand because you had eczema and you deal with the face, and I was like, God took that away from me. You
Wow.
don't even know
You
what's
know
possible when you
what's
make these
possible?
changes.
Oh my
But
God.
I used to have to call off work. I seriously not go to events. I had eczema so bad that I couldn't move, and like it was nothing. I couldn't eat. I couldn't
Oh
sleep. It
my
was
word.
but now I don't even have those you don't even realize what stress does to you, and
What's
that's why
stress?
when you said mindset was a huge thing, I remember my
Mindset.
aunt telling me that I was in life insurance, and that's how I met your mom and dad, and literally she was like, "You need to change professions. That
Oh.
stress is gonna kill you," and I didn't put all of it together, the alcohol, the stressful situations, the boundaries, but now I'm seriously sitting in front of you with no
Whoa.
eczeama, like,
And beautiful. I mean, you're standing
none.
popping.
Thank you. I
Hello.
appreciate that. And like people look at me now and don't even like Unika went to it's so funny. She went to like I told you, African Spring, my business partner and my best friend. She came brought back some eczema cream and she was like, I am so programmed with you having she used to get the Carol's daughter in the oil. And so
Yeah.
like I don't even need it. And
You
it
don't.
and it's such a blessing. I look at it now as like a trophy. Like she brought me back a
Yes.
trophy from that
Yes.
is something that used to be a part of my journey. You just don't know what God does when you do the work.
When you
That's
believe the stress, like you said,
oh my
you didn't
I
see the
did not
connection between, maybe the
oh
alcohol
my
in
God.
in your skin. Okay, y'all. And I guess how
So
about this,
serious.
Adrian? I have eczema
Yes.
too. I have
Uh-huh.
eczema too. And like, okay, so I can't really wear like perfumes, but I remember one. Look, I
Me,
love.
I used to not be able to.
See, okay,
I
look.
know about it. I'm serious.
Oh my gosh. See,
I used to not be able to wear the lotions, I couldn't do this Bath and Body Works, the perfumes,
whoa.
all of it. I
Oh
had a
my word.
serious case. I'm
Adrian,
serious.
you
Yes.
are inspiring me because let me tell you something. A
I'm
couple
telling you,
years ago,
yes.
I put on some Burberry. I Burberry her. I love, Coco Chanel. Anyway, the point is
Mhm.
I put some perfume, feeling myself. I broke out on my back. It took me 3 months going to my
Yes.
dermatologist to clear it up. So you're
Yes.
inspiring me. And I have a huge bottle
Yes.
of triamcinolone. Anyway, the point is,
Yes, I know about that.
you
I
know, the,
I even used to go to Dallas and get, shots, like the drug shots or what have you to clear it up, and it would
oh,
do it for 3 months. Like, when I tell you that God
look at your
literally has lifted that from me, and I forget
brain.
about even sharing that a part of my journey because I don't have it.
No,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
it's total
Like
recognition.
he's it's
That's the old Adrian. So
that
yeah,
thing
but
is gone. I
yeah.
used to peel like a snake or what have you on the bed. I wake up, people
Ooh,
shedding in the bathroom. I used to be embarrassed
yes,
with, I mean, on my neck. I'm seriously on patches on my face, my arms, my legs, the whole. I had a serious case. I used to
Adrian.
call in to work, and people wouldn't even believe me. But I'm telling you, like, but now I can't even believe myself. I was touching myself like, oh,
No,
Adrian, who is
come
this
on.
lady? I'm just saying, this is amazing, but
It's
it's
amazing.
true.
Oh my
And
gosh.
my family that knows me knows that I'm like, I used to be for real with it. So
Wow.
I just
Look at
it's
the
and so
freedom.
It's such a freedom,
Such a freedom.
Pamela, that I know that we make joke about it, and I know you feel that freedom too with the weight loss. But it's like doing that work, and it's the unknown work.
I don't know.
We don't
Until
even know what's gonna happen
you don't know.
unless you trust God in the process. And that's what I see in front of me
Ooh,
today. And I
oh
just
my.
know that, it doesn't matter what your addiction is, if it's food, if it's alcohol, if it's
Mhm,
any type of drug, it could be shopping,
mhm,
it has so many different things that could be your
mhm.
addiction. But hey, let's try to be addicted to being the best version of ourselves.
Yes.
Let's get that mental health
Ooh,
together. It doesn't matter about losing weight for other people. Do it for you. Do you feel good when you wake up in the morning and when you go to
yes.
bed at night? Are
Yes.
you inspiring people that are around you? Or just making people be who you can't
Oh
make people
gosh.
change. I
Oh
learned that. You got me preaching. But I'm just saying, like in regards to this, I love your story and I'm so thankful to be having on the platform. And I definitely want to be respectful of your time just looking up because
oh, no.
I knew it was gonna happen. Like
No,
I
no,
truly
I'm grateful.
did.
Wait, when I tell you no, you are. When I tell you, you're what? That's what I'm saying. How you said you didn't know the
Yeah.
connection between the
Mm,
alcohol and your skin. When I tell you, okay, this if you know nothing. Okay, so right now my three kiddos. So both parents are emergency doctors. So we're doing
mhm,
either something educational, physical, or both. When I tell you, we're at on a given day. Two different parks. I'm
mm.
playing soccer up and down, playing soccer. I'm on the slide. I'm jumping. I look, so there'll be parents 10 years younger than me, and they got their coffee and their glasses. They're pushing their child like, oh, I'm so tired. They're looking at
Right.
me. I'm
Right, right.
here it comes. I have all this energy, but it's how I feel in my body. If nothing else,
Yes.
do you want to feel better in your body?
Yes.
Don't forget about, oh, I want to be in a bikini, or I want to be in
Yep.
this size, or I want to lose this much weight. How do you
Yep.
want to feel in your body? It all
That's
starts
right.
right now with
Taking
taking
action and listening to the change that's possible. So I want to do the top 8 real quick because that's my fun
okay.
part. And
I love
before
it.
we actually let you go,
Okay.
I'm gonna make it quick because I'm gonna try to keep you
Okay.
within, my frame. So
You go,
if you could
Adrian.
be any superhero character, and it doesn't have to be like a Marvel or anything, what superhero character would it be and why?
I thought about it. Poison ivy.
Ooh, come
Like,
on, Poison Ivy.
yeah, poison
Oh,
ivy. So what it was, remember I told you I like doing these photo shoots. So
uh-huh,
back in
uh-huh.
November, I'm like, okay, because I like studying the duality of our personality. Because I'm like, we're both light and dark energy. So I like doing both. Like I'm a ray of
Yes,
sunshine, but across my mama, you got a problem. I'll get you. No, don't play about my mama. So I
right,
started
right.
I started Googling it. I'm like, who? I remember Poison Ivy. Do you remember Poison Ivy from the 90s? Uma Thurman played Poison Ivy. So
Right.
after doing
Look, I
research
was
on
gonna
Poison
plan
Ivy,
like,
Poison
that's
Ivy.
awesome.
Her name is Pamela Lillian. My name is Pamela Liverman Pickett. Her real name
Uh-huh,
is.
uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be Poison Ivy. So Poison Ivy, I like her because she has the power to seduce and she can like kind of get in your thoughts. But she uses her power for evil. I'll use mine for good. So no, pretty much, I love the fact that she has the kiss of death, but I'll give the kiss of life. So the kiss
Oh,
of life, I like how she's very enchanted. She's sexy and ooh, she has the power to have men do certain things, but not an evil way. No, I love men, and I'm in a space for having my heart open in marriage. But I love nice men that like to be nice to me and cheer
yes, and
me.
that's what you're supposed that's what you're supposed to do,
Yeah,
right? That you're supposed to have people treat you like the queen that you are because I know
yeah.
I'm a queen and I'm
I know that's
literally
right.
yeah, you can do what you want to over there,
Yes,
queen over here. But
and then
yes.
wait, I'm gonna say this. And then you mentioned about you're a billionaire, but you have to if you're in the space of wanting marriage, it's just that your husband. In my mind, I just think for polarity that your husband he's doing his thing too, and
Oh, he definitely would have to be doing this
I
thing
mean
too,
like
'cause
he's doing his thing too. So
oh
he's
yeah,
hyping you up for sure.
I won't be that woman, and I can say this live for the world to know that I would not be that woman to just let somebody just go
No,
along with the flow. Like
nope.
I was dating this guy. I would never forget. And it doesn't matter if he's listening or not. I was dating this guy, and so I had, wanted to drive my car, stay at my house. That you,
Eat up
what are
on my
you
crack.
doing? Let me drive your car. Well, I
Yes,
want to be the woman. I need a king.
yes.
I don't need a prince. I need a king to
But
be with the queen.
yeah, I
So,
agree.
and if you don't want to be one, it's okay because
It's okay too.
that's why you turn the channel. You don't have to look at Adriana.
That's
There's
all
so many people out in the world. I'm just
right.
saying
Mhm.
it really is.
Yes, like I said, but I love to be spoiled and adored and cherished, and I would love to give the
Yes.
right man all the respect and admiration because we're both doing our thing. Let's go. Yep,
Exactly. That's how it's
yep.
supposed to be. I'm
That's
gonna give you love. I'm gonna want you to show me the same amount of love, if not
exactly.
more. Because if
Yes.
I'm gonna do that for you, then that's what
Mhm.
I expect. The same. Is that what you expect? So
That's
that,
what we
we,
deserve.
we can be an hour with that one.
I know.
Okay, so what type of food, if it could be any food like that you would
Ooh.
eat all day, every day, weight wouldn't be a factor in regards to what would it be?
Oh, I know. My sister Erica makes the best oxtails. So oxtails, her oxtails are my favorite food.
Oh,
Ooh, when I
oxtails.
mean those big boys. Like I mean oxtails.
Yes.
I mean she has like the gravy and it's like the onions.
Mm,
I can eat her oxtail.
gosh.
Okay, let me tell y'all something. Okay, and I know. Look, Adrian, this might
Mm,
not even resonate with you, but I'm the kind of person, y'all. I can eat. I've been jamming on ground beef patties and steak the last 3 months. I can eat the
mhm,
same food and
mhm.
I get tired. So my sister
Right.
Erica, her oxtails, and okay, y'all remember the restaurant Quiznos? Well, they had this
Yes.
thing called Chicken Milano. The Chicken Milano. I'm such a foodie. The Chicken Milano.
Uh-huh.
It had two sauces because I told y'all I used to eat a foot long. The Chicken Milano had two sauces. It had tomato basil, sun dried tomato basil, and this pesto mayo. And then it had
Uh-huh.
chicken with the provolone and like the lettuce. And anyway, that the chicken
So,
Milano and
so
Erica's oxtails.
oh, that is a, so look, look, you got me bringing up Quiznos. I was like, Quiznos are still around. They're still
Quiznos.
around.
It's called the chicken Milano. I don't know if it's gonna be up the chicken Milano, but that used to be my
Okay.
favorite. I can eat
Let me
that
see.
sandwich and Erica's oxtails all day. Like
Okay,
I'm
let's
eating
go.
with
I love it.
yes.
I love shoot, I love oxtails. I forgot the
Oh
chicken
my
Milano.
gosh.
Let me see if it comes up because I just
The
want to
chicken
see.
Milano. Yes, it was delicious. Had two because I'm telling you, I was so extra. I had extra sauce. That's it.
That's
Chicken
it
Milano.
right there.
Yes, that's it. But that chicken Milano, I can eat every
Like,
day.
yeah, okay. Okay, awesome. All right, that's amazing.
I'm
Now
mad.
tell me where you're originally from. And I'm from Detroit, Michigan. What up though? But
What up,
where you
though?
originally, you know what I mean? Are you originally from and where do you call home
I
now?
am. I am originally from Detroit. I was born in Sinai Grace or Grace. Was it Sinai? I think it was just Sinai 79. But yes, I am in the Metro Detroit
You was
area
in
now.
Sinai because I was born in Grace.
Was that on
Remember it was,
Auto
but
Drive?
that's
No,
yeah, that was on, but it wasn't called Sinai Grace. It was just Grace
it was just
Hospital.
Sinai. I remember we're 79 babies. Was it Sinai with you in 79 too? It had to be
It
Sinai.
wasn't Sinai. Nope, I just went. Mine was just Grace. I was born in
I
Grace
remember,
Hospital. It wasn't Sinai Grace.
oh, that was just
Definitely.
Sinai for me. I just remember Sinai on Outer Drive.
So it might be two different hospitals in the D. It could have
Maybe.
been.
You are,
So,
I'm not 79, but yes,
right, right.
I'm still in the metro area. I'm really grateful to still be here. I have a big family in Metro Detroit, and I'm able to see my mom and daddy every day and check in on them and see my parents, my little parents. I love them so much.
I
So
love it.
I'm
I
grateful,
love
but
it.
my heart is open. Like this, see, it's about being limitless. My heart is open.
Yes,
I love my family, but I'm also open to travel and move. But I'll make sure my family's good. But guess what? That's what planes are for. I can fly in once a week to see my parents.
that's
So
it. That's it. Which brings me to my next question. And if you could travel anywhere, what is your favorite place that you've traveled, where you've traveled to, and why? So for myself, I used to live in Toronto when my
yeah.
cousin played professional ball for the Toronto Raptors up there.
Ooh.
I used to live there in the sections of the different towns, and I just
Oh.
love the culture and the community
Yes.
there. It was
Yes.
amazing. So, what is the one place, the favorite place you've traveled, and then why?
Okay, so in Samoa, American Samoa. So in
Ah,
college, I went to some very small Christian, predominantly white, very conservative. It's so interesting, my journey. It was
mm-hmm,
only 1,200 people in my college. It was only 13 black people. So anyway, during that
mm-hmm,
time, Spring Arbor Universities, right outside of Jackson, Michigan, they recruited my Samoan brothers and my Samoan brothers to play baseball. So I
okay.
befriended my beautiful sister. So long story short, my senior year in 2001, my mom and my
Huh,
dad, they thought I should have that cross cultural experience. So I went to Samoa for 4 months. So
huh,
it's 1,200 miles southwest of Hawaii. So
I
it's like
see.
15 hours. So it's like 5 hours flight from Michigan to Cali, 5 hour flight from
Yeah.
Cali to Hawaii, 5 hour flight from Hawaii to Samoa. But Samoa, what my
Huh.
oi, my live five
Oh my goodness, that is amazing.
Yes,
That is so
I love my family. I haven't, I have to kind of reconnect with my family. It's been a while, but yeah, but I have a beautiful, beautiful small family. Pele
oh,
eya lo mana meya, lo
oh,
uwalo
I love it.
pele le upumoni my lo uwanganga, lo alofa to my pamela. Oh wait, anyway, so yeah,
Come
I love my
on.
family.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
it. That is so amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Oh my gosh, another one for my list. I love it. Okay. I think I do that selfishly for me. Because so when I do start traveling again, I
That's
have different places to
okay.
go.
Everybody share. You have ideas. It's
Right.
reciprocal.
And then people I can actually call and ask about the different places. I've
Yes.
heard about so many places that I haven't even considered traveling to. And that's why I love talking to other people. These
And
conversations are
I want to talk to you
amazing.
about your journeys because I want to go where
Yes.
you've been. So yes,
Yes. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be, right? We're supposed to
yes,
connect and grow. So,
exactly.
okay. So my next question for you, do you have a date or a time of season or, a time of season or holiday or what have you that stands out for you? Now, mine is my sobriety date, November 20th, 2023, because it's the rebirth of Adriane, as well as my cousin passed away on May 20th, my best friend's birthday, May 27th, 2023. But it's his birthday, November 20th, 2023. So my sobriety date is his birthday. So I told you about those angels I have. My sister's up
Yes,
there, now
yes,
my dad's up there. I got all kind of angels.
yeah,
So in other words, do you have a date now? And I love my birthday too. September 6th is amazing. It's always been. I'm not gonna lie
yes.
there. Like, but do you have a date for a time of year or a season that stands out that you just love that when it comes around every year?
Yes. So, okay, Christmas is it's kind of numero uno, but for me, this time of year, y'all, Halloween is the
Ah,
most wonderful
oh
time of
God.
the year. So I love Halloween, y'all. I mean, I love. So I think that's how I express kind of my dark energy. It's like
Yes.
there's times where I like watching a lot of horror and gore films. So how about this? I think the reason why is because my parents were very strict Christians. Well,
Hmm.
you understand, y'all. They were strict. There was no Hallelujah fest. There was no Harvest Fest at the church. No, there was nothing. Like there was
Right.
no celebrating. So we couldn't dress up even as one of the characters, and not the characters, but one of the people in the Bible. No.
Hmm.
So I love Halloween. So
Oh, I
I love
love it.
I love Freddy Krueger is my favorite fictional horror. Because I
I was
just
gonna say, what was your favorite when you dressed up as a costume? What was your favorite costume you wore during Halloween?
oh well now as an adult because we couldn't dress up as kids, but
Right, 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 right.
I think the last 2 years ago I was like a butterfly fairy. But let me tell you my connection to Freddie. So my parents were strict. I said we weren't able. I don't know, Adrian. Did you grow up the same way where you were able to spend night over people's houses? That's
That's exactly how we grew up.
yeah.
Like,
That's
I
how
can
we were.
remember maybe 3 times out of my
Yeah,
yes.
like really, we were.
And
My
my
parents.
dad was coming to pick me up at midnight. Like, we couldn't stay overnight.
Oh, you actually were able to go? No, we weren't able to
Right.
go to my uncle's house. Like a few friends, like my grandma's, but in terms of friends, I
Yeah.
guess I wore my mama out. When I was 7 years old, I
Mhm.
remember my friend Michelle, this little Caucasian girl, a Fairlane Christian. I kept asking my mom, can I go over to Michelle's house? She finally let me go. When I tell you, now mind you, we weren't able to eat pizza. We weren't able to eat junk food. We weren't able to even watch television. We weren't able to
Right.
watch television, y'all. We could watch PBS. We could listen to radio. So they were really strict.
Right.
I go over her house. Y'all, I'm like, so Freddie was on Nightmare on Elm Street. I was enamored. So I fell in love with more after that. So the thing is, in the middle of the night, I didn't know. See, my mom didn't know about. I guess her parents were separated. Her dad came
Mm.
middle of the night, knock on the door, drunk, start cussing,
Mm.
and he's pounding on the door. I remember we hid up under the bed. I was so scared. I was
Mm.
7 years old. I never once asked my mom to spend night over anybody's house after that.
That was it.
Oh, like my son, he couldn't spend out over people's houses. Anyway,
Right,
so
right.
Freddie and
It's so funny
Halloween.
how God does that. He'll give you
Yes.
that situation that you will not even ask anymore. Like, oh, okay, so maybe I won't ask to go to that place anymore. Got it.
Never. Okay.
Understand? So no, yep, same way.
Yeah.
Grew up, we couldn't stay over people's houses. You had to come home, or
Have to
like you
home.
said, you weren't going to that event. Like,
Look,
so
honey, I got 6 sisters, 3 brothers. There's always a party in my house. So we could have
right,
friends over, but we weren't allowed to go. It was always a party
exactly,
in my house.
exactly. Now,
Yes.
in regards to mindset, what book or movie stands out for you that has
Ooh.
helped in regards to your mindset? For myself, Rich Dad Poor Dad, as
Yes. Robert
education,
Kiyosaki.
financial education wasn't taught in the
Yes.
schools.
Yes.
So that's really passionate for me. But then the movie for me is Sinners. Have you seen
Ooh.
Sinners?
Yes. Okay, tell me. Yeah, I saw Sinners. What did you think
And
about
the
Sinners?
reason that my why for that is because, and I'm gonna say as simple as this for those that have not seen it, you have to invite people in. Got
Ooh, that's
so if
powerful.
you that's the
Adrian,
reason
that's
why you got to
powerful.
invite people in. If you don't invite them in, you won't even get the impact. So that's my
Ooh.
movie.
You know
In
what?
my
Because you put a spin on that, I'm gonna watch. I've watched it once. I didn't have to watch it again. I'm gonna watch it again
mhm,
because you said that's true. You have to invite people in, and I love that
got
you
to
said,
invite
which
them
is true.
in.
We weren't taught finances, and like so. What
Right.
was it? Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor
Mhm.
Dad,
Yep.
Napoleon Hill, Think You Grow Rich. But what did it for me was Neville Goddard, The Power of Awareness.
Okay. Okay.
Neville Goddard,
That's a
The
new
Power of
one.
Awareness. So in the with Neville Goddard, he was into, oh my God, how our thoughts. I don't and this is I think this is where I kind of branch a little bit different than the traditional than my parents. So I believe in God. I'm a
Mhm. Mhm.
Christian, but this is where I think I'm kind of adding more, I think, science into it, and how I do believe, like, which is true. I think everything, I don't think God's making daily decisions. I think everything has
Mm.
already been, to me, I just think everything's already been done. Like it's already done,
Yes.
but it's still got to be manifested in time. So I do think our thoughts
Exactly.
creates
Yes.
our, I do think that our thoughts create things. Meaning that right now, Adrian, we're not in the cave sitting on the floor, are we? We're in the
Right.
chair. Where did that
Right.
chair come from? It
Right.
didn't just
Exactly.
magically appear. Somebody thought, I think I
Yes.
want to sit upright. We're tired of being on the floor. It has to come from
Exactly.
here. in order for it to be tangible. So I think our thoughts are very powerful. I think our thoughts, creates our reality. I know I'm a little bit hippie. I do think our thoughts creates our reality. What do you get focused to? Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna let this go. My favorite singer is Alanis Morissette. Okay.
Okay.
Last July, I went to her concert. I'll be honest, it was at the Pine Knob Theater. There are 3,000 people, probably 3 Black girls in the whole audience. It was, I'm not gonna get into it, but it was very, you could tell that political views were a little different from based off of the surroundings. And in my mind, here I am, this little Black girl. I'm leaving this concert at 11 o'clock at night by myself. Some people kind of put up some Republican, I don't know. I felt for a few minutes, I felt like, oh my God, everyone here, what if people love? I started kind of going negative. What if somebody tried to attack me? And because we have different views, I started getting real dark. I said, am I gonna be able to make it home? I said, wait a second. This is what I had in my mind. I immediately stopped the thoughts. I said, no. I am protected. Everyone here loves me. Everyone here, we love one another. I don't care what political, what policies we agree with, we don't agree with. I am loved. I'm protected. Everyone loves me. I love them. Do you know, within minutes after I shifted my thoughts, there was 2 couples. I was between 2 couples, an older couple and a younger couple. The older couple, we're talking, lovely couple. They actually said, do you mind? We can actually help you record. We can send you an email of your video. This younger Caucasian couple, I guess the woman, she's like in her 30s, maybe my age, our age. I dropped my lipstick, or she thought I dropped my lipstick. This little Caucasian woman is on the ground trying to help me find my lipstick. All I felt was love.
Yes.
You just shift your thoughts. What do you I think I become reality.
That's how I felt when I went to Kentucky, because I went to school at Murray State University. And when you're coming from Detroit, Michigan, and you're going to Murray, Kentucky. So that was like an eye-opening experience. But I kind of did the same thing. I was just myself, right? And I had everybody calling me AD. I started my whole little thing. But you just don't know, I don't see color. And a lot of people do. But if you just fight through that mindset, like you said, that mental, because a lot of people have that. They're people too. And if you love me or you don't, and then if you do hate on me just because of the color of my skin, that is one thing I cannot stand, and I can't do anything about it.
So
pish posh. Right.
So I just think about your thoughts and what they're telling you. So our thoughts create our reality.
You turn your manifest your future. So wherever you are. So I love that. So if you had one word to describe your brand of Pamela Pickett, what one word would that be? My word is resilient, because I don't care what it is. I'm going to go hard, and I'm going to get it. Now I might fail a couple of times, attempt, observe, adjust, and then do it again. But what's that one word of, for Pamela? I was about to do, what's that one word for you, for your brand?
Limitless.
Ooh, limitless. Limitless again. Yes.
Limitless. I'm telling you, it started with me making changes. Like, okay, I deserve a little bit more in my next marriage. Wait, I deserve more in my body. Wait, and then it expands to what it gives you, this confidence of growing and expanding. Well, what more can I do? I don't have any limits. Only limits that we really have are the ones we give ourselves. Once you give yourself permission to dream and to grow, you don't have any limits.
I love it. Limitless. So, and that's the permission to give yourself the dream and to grow. Like, what do you see for yourself in regards to dreaming, the butterfly effect, taking it to the next level?
Oh, I'm on stage as a transformational motivational speaker.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm free.
I'm not
paid
free now. Paid. Are you doing?
I'm not free. I'm free. I'm not free. But
no, that's right. And you're supposed to know your time and your money is value. So yes,
a transformational motivational speaker.
Come on, I love it. Well, I'm trying to get to the Myron Goldens, who's charging $155,000 just for a weekend in regards to his training. Just for a weekend. And I said, oh, okay. That's why I'm manifesting that, because
I know that's right. And that's
he just literally speaks. He works. He's learning the framework, and he's giving positivity, and he's utilizing the platform of social media and just helping people. And that's what I want to do. But you have to pay for this knowledge. He's like, oh no, you gotta pay to play, baby.
You gotta tell y'all the thousands of dollars I've spent on to even get to this point. Like I spent, and we're going to continue to pay, because we know that we're investing in our brand and to grow
thousands of dollars. Let's be honest.
I spent thousands of dollars on different coaching programs, and you're worth it. And I'm worth it for the growth.
And that's what we are, to grow. Because if I didn't get the great training and things that I've done, I wouldn't be able to pass it on to you. I wouldn't have even been able to reach out to Dr. William Lieberman, because I wouldn't know what I didn't know. And that's why I love this journey and being honest too, because the coaching program and the mentoring programs you have to invest in your process.
You have to have a mentor. You have to invest in your mentorship.
you don't even know what the end result is. You have
Oh,
to do it. You have to put the money behind your mouth because again,
oh yeah.
it's and seeing the end result, that's on you because you got to do the work. So
That,
my last question for you before I let you get back to your afternoon, if you could have an opportunity to tap on your shoulder, you know, I tell you, God be tapping me on my shoulder.
hey
So
girl,
if you could tap younger Pamela on the shoulder and give her a piece of advice that she actually listens to, because that's the caveat, because us as children did not listen because they told us all of this stuff already.
mhm.
But if you were listening to and give yourself a younger piece of advice, what would that advice be and why?
That's an awesome question. Did I go write this down? Because it was very. Hmm. It all goes back to what we deserve.
Yeah.
You
Mm,
deserve a life of beauty and joy and bliss, and to create and to grow and
mm,
to learn. You deserve to be in a healthy mind, body, and spirit. But it's a matter of us believing it. Like it's that
right.
belief. I can
Mhm.
believe it for you, but do you believe it
Right.
for yourself? But that's why I was, as my former, when even I was in college, honey, you are beautiful. You deserve to be in a
Yes.
healthy mind, body. We deserve all the love and beauty and abundance
Ah,
and joy and peace. Everything lovely that God has for us. We're here having this human experience. Of course, you're supposed to enjoy it and give
ah,
to one another, give to ourselves. Give to ourselves so we can give to one another. I wouldn't be sitting right here. I'll be honest. At 275, I did pretty good. I had energy. I was still singing and dancing, but not when my left knee was growing out. Not when
right.
it was swollen, because I was scared I was going to drop a baby. You know how scary that is?
Yes.
Being a caregiver and then scared that you're going to drop a child. How can I
Right,
say that
right.
mama that I dropped her child because my knee went out because my weight is, I'm obese.
Mm.
How can I be of my best? I couldn't give my best. I couldn't do what I'm doing now. So my point is, you are beautiful. You deserve a life of joy, beauty, and abundance and peace. But it starts with feeling good in your body, so you can grow and
Yes.
expand. What can you do
And
today?
and the crazy thing is we're given one. We're given one body and we forget. I know I did. I forgot for a long time. I thought, "Oh, I can just do this, I have time."
Yeah.
But now, stretching is important. What you eat is important. What you put
Mhm.
inside, you know how they used to say back in the day, you are what you eat?
Yes.
That is such a true statement.
That's
Like, do you really
true.
real statement?
Yes.
But I honestly want to take this moment and thank you, Pamela, not just for just showing up for my live 46 random acts of kindness for the virtual conversation, but for actually taking action for you to show other people that your why that you share with us was to help people, to transform, to see what life looks like. You don't talk about yourself in a negative connotation at any stage of your life, and you're not supposed to.
Mm.
But the key thing is you knew that change needed to happen and you knew that this was something that you wanted to work on. You found yourself a community. You put your head down and you did the work. Some things you even had to do by yourself,
Gosh.
knowing that you had people that around you.
Yeah.
But if you have that self-talk and you have God in your corner,
Mhm.
anything is possible. And I mean that with everything. You are so beautiful inside and out. I am so honored to have you in my journey. And I want to tell you thank you for this live virtual conversation, my love. I truly appreciate you. Seriously. I do.
Thank you so much for
Ah,
having me on. My heart is so full of gratitude for you, your platform,
yes.
and the moves that you're making. So I'm already claiming that billionaire status. Hello,
Yes.
period. So
And
if
we're
if
gonna go to trade there because why not?
why not? We're limitless, right?
Why
No,
not?
seriously.
Right.
But if this is really
Yes,
calling
I'm
you,
serious though, but seriously.
it's already done. But no, the total
Yeah.
mind body transformation rejuvenation 30-day course. I'm here with supporting you as your health coach, and then you'll be with other members who, if this resonates with them, because you deserve it. You deserve a
And
life of
please
beauty and
please
joy.
take a moment seriously, and I'm gonna put your website up back one more time. If someone wanted to actually take change, if they wanted
Mhm,
to, take advantage of your services, let me put your website back up,
mhm.
up. But how would they actually get in contact with you? What does that
Oh
process look
yes.
like?
Okay, so
And
you can
um, and take
uh-huh,
that and take this opportunity to be able to kind of
absolutely.
market yourself as well if you
Yes,
need.
so you can reach me. I'm Pamela's. You can email me. You can go on my website, but my email address is Pamela's with an S, butterfly life 3 at yahoo.com. And if you feel as if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, how I was sick and tired of being sick and tired in 2019 September, you can join my Total Mind Body Transformation Rejuvenation 30-day course. And I said we
Mm,
do a mini deep dive into first facilitating permanent. I work with your mindset shift, habit change, behavior change, which will lead to nutritional freedom. And it's a thorough course. I come on live every day, or not live, but there's daily videos. But there's journaling involved. Like I said, if you want just a band-aid, you know what I ate. You just want
right.
just me to tell you, okay, drink
Mhm.
a gallon of water, get your sleep. I release the sugar, the grains, the processed foods, and I got 7 9 hours sleep. We know what to do. That's not enough. If
Right.
you really want this to go around this, you tired of losing the same 50, 100, 150, 200 pounds, I'm for you.
Mhm.
I'm for you. I'm here for you. PamelaSButterflyLife.com. My course is so thorough and it's really awesome. And I would love to have you on, but you have to want it for yourself. I can't want it for you. My heart, I'm not for everybody. I'm for those who are just ready. You got to be ready. If you're not ready, I'm sending you so much love and abundance and joy and peace. But this is just for those who are ready.
And I had to learn that too, because you know what? Everybody isn't ready to take change, which
Mm-hmm.
is okay because
Okay.
people are exactly where they're supposed to be. But we're supposed to respect the fact that
Mm-hmm.
you're where you are and
Mm-hmm.
I'm where I am. But if you want to move, connect with Pamela because she is helping you transform not only just with your weight, but with God's grace, with transformational power in your positivity. And so, thank you. I am honored to have you on my conversation here today. And
I'm so honored.
please, if you need anything in your journey, please don't hesitate to reach out because this is just the beginning. I'm so
Oh,
excited for
oh,
that.
Adriane, I'm so happy that I met you. So, like I said, we got to get
All
together
right.
because you are such a
Yes,
spark of energy.
definitely.
I love
Definitely,
your
my love.
vibe.
Yes, yes. So don't actually hang up with me. I want to do the wrap up and I want to get your testimonial
Thank
because
you,
I've
everybody,
learned
for
that if
joining.
you
You're beautiful,
yes, thank you.
healthy mind, body, and spirit. Fly. Who gonna stop you?
Yes.
Nobody.
Ah, come on, that was amazing. Oh, and I gotta work on going over. I cannot, I'm such in the moment, right? We had such a good conversation. Oh, Pamela Pickett lost 140 plus pounds without exercise, had God on her side, showed transformation, grace, and grit. This was such a transformation. If you didn't check out the live, check out the replay because the great thing is, one thing I love about YouTube, we are gonna have these forever, and it's not scripted. We're not gurus. It's not we may have both have coaching opportunities and I'd like to be a captain because I know that like Pamela kept reiterating in her actual speech, you can't do it alone. Like I can start and say, hey, okay, just like even with the AI journey, hey, okay, I want to do this. But what did she do that she described? She found community. She relied on her parents and her family. She listened to her son and the different people that loved her around her. So listen, close. That's why we have two ears and one mouth. Sometimes listen to the message that God has given to you and you just got to take action, little bit of action each day. But to be the best version of yourself, you got to get outside of yourself. You got to get comfortable getting uncomfortable. And the best version of you is right around the corner. These setbacks are a setup for the next step, but you just got to understand that, hey, it's not going to be easy. You're not going to have cupcakes and rainbows every single day. But if you just keep going, and I say it all the time, keep going. And that's what Pamela Pickett did today. She kept going. She used God, grace, and that Detroit grit. What up, though, just to make it all the way through. So thank you so much again. If you actually were able to tune in to this live virtual conversation leading up to 46, I will, I shall be victorious. What up, though? Adriane Mayes. Ooh, let's go. Deuces.